$32,831.68 on this game. I'll say it again, $32,831.68.
Hello, my school of malnourished and underprivileged foreign children that I adopted as a PR stunt to make the general public forget about the intro to my last video. I had a question for you. Do you enjoy being gripped by your ponytails? How about bent over and spread eagle for a little fun with Ronnie? A little fun with Ronnie, no? Really? Huh. Then you must not be a 2K player, because a fella named Ronnie will personally spread the cheeks of every 2K player and go to work. 2K26 and all of its predecessors are the most garbage, scummy, microtransaction-ridden simulators of all time. It's not even a comparison. Except for like mobile games, these AAA games are designed to make the most money possible in a video game. And that's not an exaggeration. They use almost all and any psychological tactic possible to get players to purchase any in-game shit. Probably the definitive worst part about it is that the game is actually fun. Under all the layers of mucusy, neon green pond scum, playing basketball in the basketball game is fun. Real quick, first of all, let's start with the obvious, and what's already been discussed plenty, the 2K grind. You can spend hours online, or even in my career, just getting dumpstered to scrape together enough of your pennies to finally upgrade a few attributes. And by getting dumpstered on, I mean straight annihilation. Your player when they're 60 overall is terrible. So, opt into the penny pinching grind for days of playtime. Or can you guess what I'm about to say? Buy your way out. It's only a little bit more than what you paid for the base game. Come on, do it. Spend more money on our full price game so you can have fun playing it. You want to so bad. What's actually really hilarious is that people online will justify spending money on the microtransactions, buying their way out of the hole, by saying that they will actually end up saving money in the long run by just working in real life for those hours instead of actually playing the game. That's right. The justification is that you can go to work to earn money in real life to make up for giving money to 2K. Do I even have to explain the irony in this? Ronnie has gripped you by the sack and took the wheel long ago. I'm sorry. But if you'd rather go to work to skip playing a video game, it's probably about time we all go burn down Take-Two headquarters. On the same side of this coin, it's crazy how it's gone so bad for this player base. They purchase these yearly pump and dumps and will buy the $150 version of this game and try to justify this purchase by parroting the fact that it saves them from purchasing more microtransactions in the future, because the $150 price tag comes with the Fortnite Battle Pass.
You kind of have to get the $150 version.
Man, this is some Stockholm Syndrome ass shit. Can we all take a moment to recognize how out of control this is? I like basketball. I like basketball games. I do. But if you ever catch me on Reddit trying to justify why I spend an extra $80 on 2K26 because it saves me from opening up my wallet to them later, it was time to blow my shit smooth off yesterday. Now, if it was just this, a ridiculous grind, microtransaction hell, and a community of people that dick ride an IP that actively shits on their chest, I probably would have just made a Call of Duty video. But these games, these 2K games, take it a step farther. To me anyway. Because they have aggressive in-game advertising. And no, I'm not just talking about the 2 in-game pop-up screens you get when you log into the game. Besides the 2 pop-up ads you get in the title screen of the game that link to the PS Store for more microtransactions, there are these in-game events that act as ads inside the actual game. The most egregious one I can remember is Hotels.com, where every time I'd log into 25, I'd get a pop-up saying, go play the Hotels.com event. But there have been plenty of others just like that one. Now, just to do a little recap for you guys, in your $70 game, there are ads for the game's microtransactions as soon as you log into the game. Then there are ads for brand partnerships when you get into the city. There's no greater slap in the face to the people that play this game. I can't think of a single one besides maybe a giant blimp in the city just saying, fuck you. And real quick, speaking of the city, it is one of the dumbest time wasters of all time. I really have no idea why this is a thing, and who thought this was a good idea. But the internet says it's for immersion and interactivity within the world. Which, if that is true, I would really doubt the sanity of this development team. Keep in mind, the city is a place where up-and-coming or established NBA stars ride around on neon pink one-wheels at 5 miles an hour. Also, there are loading screens to get into any of the buildings anyway. They really prioritized creating a menu for advertisement and sponsorship over player experience. Really, the most annoying issue to me anyway is the content creation around the new 2K.
99 overall in NBA 2K26. Now,
All these guys sound the same and have the exact same thumbnails? How is that possible? Are you all made in a lab? Let me put you onto the current method of how to get 99 overall quick in 2K26. You go to play some solo mode against a short guy meant to help beginners or something and rinse him 1,000 times until you can get enough money to be 99. Wow, I can't wait. That sounds like so much fun. I think why this business model works so perfectly is encapsulated by this comment I found on an Instagram Reels on some random 2K26 short, which reads, "If you don't got the game by now, you're too far behind," which was posted 4 days into the week-long pre-release of the game. This fool said with his whole chest that if you're willing to wait a week in order to not be Ronnie's little pay piggy, you're already losing, man. Get your head out of your ass and start chilling. 4 days into the pre-release. That really encapsulates what I'm trying to talk about perfectly. The 2K franchise has created this almost perfect identity of FOMO, where if you're not first, you're last. They seem to be willing to pay almost anything to be first, but that's the thing. They're not first. There's always going to be a guy with more hours than you. There's always going to be a guy that hasn't gotten off and is seconds away from getting an Asian internet cafe blood clot in their legs from inactivity. So, I guess I'm going to end the video with this question. What's the point of this? Why as people do we support greedy companies that not only do not have our best interests in mind, work against those interests in order to make a profit? I understand the target audience for this game is different.
Any other nigga with a fucking brain would have shot that ball, nigga. I'm not trying to hear that shit.
Nigga, did you not just see me trip when I got the fucking ball? Better shut the fuck up talking to me, hoe ass nigga.
But as a gamer, or a person who plays video games at all, is this not everything you're supposed to stand against? How can a smaller company, for an unrelated title, see a business model like this that screws over the player base maliciously, while making a quadrillions of dollars, and not take inspiration? I know it's really not that deep. I know. For a lot of 2K players, this is the only game they play, and therefore it almost makes sense to just go all out and spend whatever they want. But if people could all collectively just take a step back from something like this, and really just be like, man, what the fuck am I doing this for? Why? So I can spend $32,000 on in-game microtransactions next year? This is really not a very serious video, and I'm not even upset. I'm definitely going to end up playing 2K26. It's just this would be a very beneficial step to take for the overall health of the game, the toxic environment they have set up for the player base, and maybe even gaming as a whole. So I'm back a few days after the release of the game, and I can proudly say that my predictions based on 2K25 and the pre-release of the game that I watched through YouTube videos is pretty much true. It's the same game. It's the same game except defense doesn't matter anymore. You can just shoot wherever you want now pretty much. People have been saying shooting is going to get patched, but I don't know. And what I mean by it's the same game is that it's the same game. I essentially always just played this game for the Pro-Am with my two friends in last year's 2K, and whenever you enter the Pro-Am court, it is the most janky, just ugly shit. You walk into the court and it puts you in this jank animation. It resets the one ball they have on the court in the pregame shoot-around. The whole before the game ensemble is just shitty. It just all looks shitty. The menus, everything. If one of your buddies leaves the court to switch builds, you have to leave and rejoin, because the devs don't actually play the game, they just package and distribute. So I'm saying all this to say, I was really hoping they were going to do something else with it this year. Change it up, make it less jank, more fluid, because it's 2025 and games aren't cheap. No, it's the exact same court and system and rankings and everything's the fucking same. Do you get it now? Do you get everything's the fucking same? I'm sure it's been like this for forever, for however long the game has had this mode in, and the devs just haven't cared that the system they put in place sucked 7 years ago. But I've only really been playing the game since 24, so I really wouldn't know. I will say, I have not gotten a pop-up ad when I've logged into the game asking me to buy their shit yet. So that's nice. It's in a separate tab that you have to scroll by to get to my career, but hey, it's a little less annoying. I did, however, play a 2v2 with Jake from State Farm, so take that how you will. This year's game in particular has been really fun though, and I've already sunk a lot of time into it. As research for the video, of course. It was research. It was research. No, seriously though, as long as you avoid the park and play the casual courts or theater in general, it's a good time. My career feels more fun this year because shooting is broken, and I got put on the Wizards because I didn't choose a team, so I'm the only one able to score anyway. There are a lot more ways to earn VC in this one, whether that be the GOAT challenges or streak breakers and daily challenges. So that's nice, but it really doesn't matter, because as long as you were like me and on the base version of the game, you had to avoid multiplayer for a while because everyone's 96 overall from the $250k, $150 version bundle anyway. But at least the grind this year does feel less like a 9 to 5. So the people on the internet may actually want to play the full priced game they bought this year, instead of, going to work.